Welcome back to the APP Vlasic Classic Cincinnati men's singles gold medal match, coming your way momentarily here on ESPN+. Grayson Goldin taking on Zane Ford here at the Sawyer Point Pickleball Facility. Looking forward to these two. They're getting warmed up as we speak. If you've been watching the APP Tour, you've started to get to know these players a little bit more. There's Grayson getting warmed up. Dom, what is it about his game people should watch out for?
Well, he's got a lot of power, a lot of flash to the game, too. So, again, but the biggest thing with him is his power and his placement. He's going to create. He's going to get to the kitchen line as quickly as possible and use his length and his athleticism to his advantage. When he gets up there, look for him to finish quickly. He's not going to want to play cat and mouse. But, again, on the flip side, don't look for Zane Ford to be wanting to play a lot of cat and mouse either. I think these guys are very similar in play styles.
One of the things that's going to be interesting here is we just heard Rob talk about how much he loves this venue in Cincinnati. Grayson, somebody who wants to play to the crowd, wants to get them excited, get them hyped up. Zane, on the other side, 19 years old, out of Mars, Pennsylvania, and he told me he's going to try and do exactly the opposite. He's going to stay focused, stay within himself, and try not to engage with those sort of
flamboyancy?
Well, with the, like, you know, with the feeding into the crowd and things like that.
Yeah, no, and Navratil has a big forehand as well, but he uses the roll a little bit more. He wants you to come up to the kitchen line so he can hit that passing shot. But both these guys, very good ball strikers. And the key to go up against Grayson Goldin is actually to find his forehand with the return, so then you can open up the backhand. The issue that a lot of players have is that they try to find the backhand, he runs around it and just rips a blistering forehand with heavy topspin. So it'll be interesting to see the strategy that Zane Ford's going to use going into this one.
So that's what's coming your way next, right here on Championship Court in Cincinnati. Grayson Goldin going to get us started with the serve here in men's singles, taking on Zane Ford. Whoever wins this will become our men's singles gold medalist.
And just a note, we are back to singles, so it is rally scoring. Every point matters, 2 out of 3 to 15.
And whoever does win this will be a new gold medalist. So we will have a brand new gold medalist here on Championship Court to end our weekend here in Cincinnati.
So the stage is set, and the first point goes to Zane Ford. Ford pushing that two-handed backhander out wide. 1-all. Grayson Goldin played his collegiate tennis a few different places, including Florida State, Bama, and USF. Former pro tennis player who trained at IMG Academy as well.
Played for Ryler DeHart. Ryler DeHart was his coach while at Alabama.
Point. Point. 2-1.
That ball just sailed on Ford there. Again, the power from Grayson Goldin.
So it's a 3-1 lead here for Goldin over the 19-year-old Zane Ford. Currently lives in Naples, Florida. His first championship Sunday was just about a year ago in New York City. Back here again and trying to win the gold.
Big serve right there from Grayson Goldin, being super aggressive.
There we go, Goldin trying to get the crowd fired up.
Again, that's a key to his game, is that very offensive serve. He's really going to go for it.
let's learn a little bit more about Grayson Goldin, one of the newer players here on the APP Tour from Bradenton, Florida. Like I mentioned, played collegiate tennis at Florida State, Bama, and South Florida. He won a silver at APP Miami Open, and like you guys touched on, has been coached by Ryler DeHart a few times throughout his tennis career, and now he's following up his coach here on championship court, trying to repeat what Ryler and Rob just did in men's doubles, in men's singles. And correction, last year in New York City was actually Zane Ford's first APP tournament, not his first Champ Sunday.
This is his first Champ
exactly.
Sunday.
Yes.
That was my fault.
Yeah, Zane actually worked for me for about 6 months down in Naples at one of the communities that we ran.
So you know him and his family incredibly well. As now it is Ford with the ball back on his side, trying to cut into this 4-point lead.
That ball almost skips off that line for Zane Ford. Jams him up just enough. Again, that's so much topspin on that ball from Grayson Goldin. As it gets to Ford, he's trying to cut that down, but as he's cutting down, the ball's coming down as well. He's got to punch that a little more forward.
Oh, get up.
Unbelievable. Grayson Goldin extending every inch of that frame to get him his 9th point.
Yeah, you've just jumped over the top of you there, AJ.
I mean, not the hardest thing to do. 5-4 on a good day over here.
It is all Goldin here early in game number 1. I mean, I say early. It's getting late pretty quick here in game number 1 at 10-2.
Oh. Oh.
Zane Ford doing a great job of dotting the sideline out of the reach of Goldin's paddle.
So that's where that was unnecessary.
Yes.
He did not need to do that. He put himself in a bad position, right? But again, he's flashy and he wants to do that. He's trying to play that up to the crowd. That lost him the point, though.
Oh, Ford just trying to rush that roll. Goldin covers the court very well. So Ford just pulling that a little too quickly. Good eye there from Ford. And that's another thing that you have to give Goldin as well. You have to give him something down low below the knees. He likes to hit with heavy topspin. Have to get him hitting up on that ball. Now it becomes much more difficult for him to keep it in the backside of the court.
Nice inside out, two-handed backhand right there from Grayson Goldin. Didn't try and do too much with it, just hit his spot perfectly.
So it's a 12-4 lead here for Goldin in game number 1. Best 2 out of 3 to 15. It's going to take home the gold medal, and that one just rips it cross court and wide.
So Ford lost the glasses and flipped the hat. So a little change here.
5-12.
Nice touch there from Goldin. It was a good roll from Ford, but again, the court coverage of Goldin just too good.
13-5.
That serve sailing deep.
6.
So it's 13-6. Goldin still with the lead, but Ford with the ball.
6-13.
That's a nice ball down the line from Zane Ford. As he stays nice and low through this, doesn't come up. Almost had Goldin leaning to the middle, going cross-court backhand, but he hits to the forehand side. Oh, nice reaction from Zane Ford as he covers ground like no other there. Just forces Goldin into another ball here. Ford reads it perfectly.
8-13 the score for Ford's serve. That time the ball just not coming up after it bounces off the court. So it's now a game point opportunity here for Grayson Goldin.
14-8.
But again, Ford with a beautiful cross-court forehand.
Well, this is the difference too. Now, Goldin has to win on his serve here. So he cannot win on this point here no matter what, even if he does get the serve back. We never had that happen in the women's singles final this morning.
Ford just decelerated there, had the opportunity to roll.
So it's a second game point opportunity here for Grayson Goldin.
14-9.
And another successfully
Keep
defended
away.
by Ford.
And this is where the chip away can really,
Well, we
hurt
have seen the
Goldin
14-7,
because-
14-8 come back.
Yep, because of this rally scoring, and when you get to 14, well, when you get to game point, you have to win on your serve. There it is.
Now it's only 3.
And I
Big
think
serve there from Ford.
We're getting a timeout here from Goldin pretty quickly. I like it. Good time for it.
It was a 6-point lead at one point for Grayson Goldin when he was on 14, so it was 14-8. He led in this first game, but Zane Ford has come back and cut that lead in half here in game number 1. It's an 11-14 deficit that Ford faces when we return to action here out of the timeout. What has gotten him back in this first game?
Well, just consistency, but you take a look at Zane Ford's dad on screen right there. Good to see him out traveling with Zane to these tournaments.
15 seconds.
His dad, a big source of inspiration for Zane and a big reason why he's playing the game of pickleball right now, why he switched over from tennis. We'll tell you a little bit more about that relationship as we get deeper into this match right now. Dad's watching with bated breath as his son tries to continue this comeback.
Ford just needs to get those balls down below the net. He's trying, but when they sit up that high, it's just giving Goldin too much of an opportunity to be aggressive. You asked the question of what got Ford back into this. It was just consistency. It wasn't making as many errors. Goldin made a couple of errors, gave Ford the opportunity to get back into it. But not going to give him the opportunity to come back in game 1.
No, the net cord helping Grayson Goldin close out this game. 15-11. He takes game 1 of our men's singles gold medal match here in Cincinnati. Game 2 when we return to the Queen City on ESPN+.
Vivian Chan here with Vlasic Pickles, and we're putting the pickle into pickleball. In pickleball, a slice is a chop shot used to create backspin on the ball. I'm going to show you how to make a fried chicken sandwich topped with Vlasic sandwich dill pickle chips that will put your taste buds into a spin. Now this is a really big dill.
No, since I've been using Leo Rubber, I've had way less problem on my AT band and hip. It has been really a game changer for me, so I highly recommend it to everyone.
That's what makes it so different. The whole idea about balanced compression, it improves your blood flow, reduces your fatigue. At the end of the day, you feel so much better.
I feel comfortable, I feel supported, I feel like I can train harder, train longer, recover faster, and feel supported while I'm playing. And that's so crucial for me, especially in singles when I'm trying to play against the youngest. I'm not the youngest out there, but I try and play against the youngest.
choose cancer, but you can choose where you'll treat it.
And when you choose the Janes at Ohio State,
you're picking a team of experts who understand there is no routine cancer.
Where more than 1,700 scientists are working on new treatments and new hope for every form of cancer.
You're making the choice to have the most advanced treatments, many of which were developed right here.
You didn't choose cancer, but the choice of where to treat it is clear.
Grayson Goldin takes game 1 here in our men's singles gold medal match.
I think he played
throwing it off.
He played super well. I mean, he played very clean. We thought he was going to get and give Zane Ford an opportunity to get back in on that 1 point, but he closed it out in the end. It took him 4 game points, but he did it.
So now Goldin can take his first men's singles gold medal home here from Cincinnati if he wins game 2. Ford trying to force us to a decisive game 3. That ball sailing a bit deep.
Yeah, wide and deep there from Ford. But trying to put a little bit more pressure there on Goldin. Oh, just wide.
Yeah, it looked like it just went wide right there. That was close.
Another look here. Can't catch it on that angle. But it's a 1-1 score here in game number 2.
That's a big serve there from Ford. It's a little bit of a miss hit there from Goldin.
2-1.
Ooh. It's the right ball. He's just got to take a little more off it.
Well, and that's the movement of Goldin up at the kitchen line there, and his ability to take those balls out of the air and put pressure on it. It's forcing Ford to do a little bit more. 2-2.
2-2, the score for Goldin serve.
Again, right there, I think, Chad, you're right. It's Goldin's movement forces you to try and be perfect. And right there, it just shows Ford trying to be a little too perfect with that last shot.
That ball just deep. Goldin doing a little bit of the same. But again, you're thinking about, hey, I need to get this shot off before they get to the kitchen line, rather than, hey, they're going to get to the kitchen line anyway. I need to get this ball in. Then I can open the court up. But right now, we're just trading off, going back and back, error to error, error to error.
So what is it going to take for one person to settle down? And stop
Slow
making
down.
those slow down.
Yeah, both of them are rushing their third shots. Ooh, nice little hands battle right there between Goldin and Ford. Ford coming out on top of that one. Goldin did do a better job there on his third, though. He slowed down, kept that ball in play. He forced Ford to have to play that.
That's a pretty ball. Ford just told himself to wake up. That one there, and the same thing, he didn't try to rush it. Just executed. Got that ball with good shape, good angle.
No help off the net cord for Grayson Goldin, and it's a 2-point lead here for Zane Ford in game number 2.
Well, if you guys were with us earlier, you go from women's singles at the beginning of the day to men's singles at the end of the day, 2 totally different games. The women will grind those points out from the baseline, wait for the right opportunity to come in. The guys, it is serve, return, come in for the most part. And a little love off the tape there for Ford helps him, and he takes a 3-point lead.
Looking over at his dad with a fist bump after that one.
7-4.
Too good from Grayson Goldin.
Well, good pressure on the return there from Goldin. Nice and deep. Ford's having a hit up on it off his back foot. Leaves that ball elevated. Gives Goldin the good opportunity to be aggressive with that volley.
That's a great leave right there from Ford, recognizing that ball's going to go long. Not getting enough topspin on it was Goldin.
8-5.
Come on! Goldin getting his ball back on his side, and it's 6-8 now.
No.
Ford calling.
Ford called
that ball deep.
Goldin tried to sell it.
He's challenging his own call right there. So in reality, he didn't make a call. If you don't make a call, the ball is in.
Ooh, it's right on that
and
line.
And then
like.
Ford is going to challenge his own call.
But again, from this angle, looks in. We have been wrong before. We've been wrong today. So
instead, it's going to be up to AP LeBaron, who is our video official for this men's singles gold medal match.
We've spoken about this before, too, is you're kind of getting an additional timeout right now. That ball does look like it's right on the line.
Yeah.
So if the call is in, then it will be 8-7, the score, and Goldin will be within 1. So a really important point, because otherwise Grayson Goldin takes Zane Ford takes a 3-point lead here in a game that he must win to push us to a decisive game 3. You see our USA Pickleball referees, Lou Adamson and David Stewart, at center court as they await the official call from our video review.
Yo, Lou retired and didn't know what else to do, so he decided to become a referee. I kid you not. He sold his bed and breakfast, and he's like, I want to stay in pickleball. You used to do quite a lot of lessons with him. And
after video review, the ball was in. Call's overturned.
Goldin says, I got it in finally. He had missed his last 3 forehands long when he finally gets that one in. Dials it in a little bit.
So that was a really important moment, because it went from a potential 3-point lead for Zane Ford to now Grayson Goldin being able to tie things up with this serve.
A little too big on the swing there on that forehand from Ford. Again, the movement and Goldin's ability to get to a lot of balls just forces Ford to try to do too much.
After that point, Ford looks over at his dad, and he just puts his hands up, and his dad's almost like nodding his head with a smile on his face. Going, yeah, you missed that one. It's all right, son. We'll get the next one. I just feel like when he's missing into the net, he's rushing the follow through. Everything's so short. Well, he's not finishing, and he's like...
you see the body spinning off.
Right.
So then there's nothing behind the ball. It's all going across the ball. And the same with Goldin right there. Is at that positioning, and then the hips, because we're trying to come through so quickly, it's just all pulling off that ball, and we lose the control.
You're not staying through your shot enough. You're pulling off it too quick. And there it is again. Just see how the twist and whip through is just too quick. Not staying through that hitting zone long enough.
So just trading off ties here in this second game. 10-all, Goldin with the serve.
That's much better right there from Goldin, and slowed everything down. Let the paddle do the work for you. Create that shape.
Oh, he's there.
But instead, Ford gets the point, and it's another tie, 11-all.
Go figure. How many ties have we had, AJ?
I'll do some math. Hold on.
Yeah, you do that math, Chad, and I don't math well.
I mean, I don't either. That's why I keep track of things.
She writes it down.
Eight.
Oh, very good passing shot there from Goldin. It was a better job there from Ford as well. He calmed himself down, had Goldin on the run, but it was this last ball here where he just puts a little too much in the middle of the court and a little too easy, gives Goldin the opportunity to go back behind him.
So 8 ties in this second game so far, but right now Grayson Goldin with the edge, as you see Zane Ford going over to his dad Carl to get a little bit of insight here as with the timeout called on the court. Gives us a second to tell you a little bit more about their relationship. Carl and Zane very, very close, and made even more so a few years ago when Carl Ford was diagnosed with stage 4 throat cancer. And before that diagnosis, Zane said he was having a hard time finding things that he really loved to do. But once he found pickleball, that was one of the motivators for him, as he was given a ton of chemo, a ton of rehab to try and get through it, because he loved being on the court. And so that is one of the reasons Zane has switched over to pickleball from tennis. Is it something he and his dad have a chance to do together? And you can see that love extending here as dad Carl's sitting in the VIP area, coaching Zane up in between these points, and whatever was said on the last exchange worked.
Yeah, it's
tie number 9.
Yep.
Tie number 9.
Yeah, we love hearing stories like that. How close it's brought so many families in the game of pickleball.
And so excited, Carl, to hear that you are feeling better these days.
We've seen Zane a lot more this year, which has been absolutely phenomenal. Like you said, mentioned earlier, AJ, the first time we saw Zane was last year at New York. I remember watching him going, wow, I'm like, this kid
didn't make it out of the qualifying.
No, he didn't. But they're like, this kid's pretty good. Had a lot of confidence. He got that swagger.
Ball's deep as well. Grayson's going to challenge that one.
Understandably so, because another really important moment here. If that ball is in, it ties things up. If it's out, it sets up a game point opportunity for Zane Ford. Here's another look at the replay.
It's close right there.
It is so close. We'll wait for our video official to get us zoomed in here in a little better angle, but some adjustments made certainly for Ford, who was coming from behind all of game 1 and now much tighter game 2. What has Ford been able to do here?
Well, he's gotten control of his body, right? And he's really slowed things down. But so has Goldin. They've both slowed down and key balls.
The ball looked like it was way out off the paddle, way deeper. But, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But, again, Goldin's hitting with such heavy topspin that something that looks like it's going to be out now all of a sudden just drops down on the line.
I'm not making that call.
One, it's hard, right? Because it's where the ball actually hits the ground. If it catches any part of that white line, it is in.
It almost, if I was in the booth and I almost had to make that, it looked like it's I'd say out. Just because it almost seems to be, moving away from the line right there, but we're going to get the call here. Who are we to guess, Chad? We've been wrong before.
So here it is, Zane
Grayson,
Ford.
you have 2 challenges left. Ford, you have 3 challenges left. We will resume play at 14-12.
So a game point opportunity here for Zane Ford. The 19-year-old can push us to a game 3 with this serve.
That was an excellent ball there from Ford. Focused on the height and the spin rather than trying to rush it, and it paid off.
And so it is Zane Ford who takes game number 2 of our men's singles gold medal match. It all comes down to this. When we come back to the APP Vlasic Classic Cincinnati, the final game to 15 to decide your men's singles gold medalists. Don't go anywhere on ESPN+.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
The APP is sponsored by AARP, helping your health and happiness live as long as you do. Franklin and Vlasic Pickles, official pickle of the APP Tour. Exchanging games here in the men's singles gold medal match. Game 1 goes the way of Grayson Goldin.
Yeah, just a few too many errors from Ford in game 1. Excellent kitchen coverage from Grayson Goldin, but Ford able to make the adjustment in game 2.
Well, you watch some of those balls from Zane Ford in game 1. They were high. He kept a lot lower to the net, right like that there, and then controlled at the end of the match or end of the game the kitchen line and his pace. He created more shape, created some havoc, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why we are going to a third game here. This is it.
This is it, the final game of the APP Vlasic Classic Cincinnati men's singles gold medal, the last one to be handed out, and it will be done so here after this game to 15.
Oh, that one just a little deep. Good ball there from Goldin, going back behind Ford as he was coming up.
That's a good start here for Grayson Goldin. Seems dialed in here in this first part of game number 3.
Grayson Goldin gets up, goes behind Ford for the big win. For the big winner. For the big winner.
The big win. Oh, too good right there. And it was the control of the third shot from Grayson Goldin there that created that point for him. He didn't rush it, got some shape on it, caused the pop-up.
So Ford going to be starting from behind here in this third game, similar to game number 1. Great
good
paddle there from Ford.
But good reads there from Ford. So Goldin had been doubling up in his spots. Ford hits a forehand, knows that he's been doubling up, so he sits a little bit more forehand, takes that one, then switches over the backhand. So good anticipation, good reads there from Zane Ford.
Nice ball down the line there from Zane Ford as he finds some spaces. He's got Goldin leaning to the middle here and finds the space down that line.
All right, the back and forth continues.
Here we go.
Zane
Ford back in it.
Trailed 4-0 to start this game and now has a chance to tie us up at 4-all. Instead, that forehand sailing into the net. So it is a 5-3 lead for Grayson Goldin.
And that's a shot that Ford can make right there, but it gets a little too close to his body. If he makes contact further out, he'll get the lift and that roll.
That ball sailing deep off the paddle of Grayson Goldin. So another chance for Ford to tie things up here.
4-5.
Wow. Ooh. It is. It looked out. But, I mean, I'm talking about, wow, we are back at a tie again.
First one of this third game.
I mean, it was like Goldin was cruising up 4-0. And then all of a sudden here it's a 6-1 run for Ford to take a lead 2 points away from the end change.
And understandably, Grayson Goldin calling a timeout on the court because, like you said, Dom, he was up 4-0. And then all of a sudden, Zane Ford goes on a 6-1 run here in game number 3. What has he done to force this change of position to get the lead here?
Honestly, Ford hasn't done a whole lot other than hit some good serves. It's Goldin that is kind of, just relaxed. He's given away three missed returns. So yes, a couple of good shots from Ford, but actually it's Goldin that kind of relaxed a little bit after getting up quite comfortably. And in reality, you get up by 4 or 5 points. All you got to do is side out scoring from then on.
Right, exactly.
So any advantage that Grayson Goldin had built up for himself here to start game number 3 could get erased with this serve from Zane Ford.
Oh, and the help from the net cord. What a gift from Goldin just to stay in that point, but excellent roll from Ford. Good pressure. So now,
I thought that ball was a winner.
I didn't think Goldin was going to get that ball back.
Oh, that ball right on that line. Great return there from Goldin. Again, flirting with going out on another return, though.
All right. The biggest thing that we're seeing with this match between Goldin and Ford is whoever has the serve is able to go on a little bit of a run each time because these guys are both serving so big. Tough to get a good return in.
Oh, that time, Grayson Goldin, well-placed ball, cross court.
Again, now we'll change ends, and it'll be on Grayson Goldin's terms with the slimmest of margins at 8-7. On Mother's Day, our last match on the court.
Shout out to all the moms watching at home and here in the stands. We thank you and celebrate you 365 days of the year, but especially today, putting a little exclamation point on it.
And again, make sure that we know Dana Joseph, one of our moms here on tour, is in our thoughts as she is not here this weekend. We're hoping to get her back as soon as possible. So, Dana, you are missed, and we are thinking about you. Not the same, obviously, without her here. She kind of looks out for all of us.
She does. And she keeps everything in line.
Yeah,
It's
she
been
does.
chaos,
She does.
Dana.
It's been
Get back here. Nah. No, just
It's
kidding.
been utter chaos without you.
We do miss you, Dana, but yeah. The rain caused a little bit of chaos here this week.
Back here on the court here for the men's singles gold medal match. A little bit of chaos as well as we have exchanged leads. Had a lot of ties, 9 in that second game, 3 here in this third game. And now Goldin with the serve out of the end change to try and extend his 1-point lead. Oh, Zane Ford going back behind Goldin. Two-handed backhand cross court for the winner.
Yeah, and that all started with a better return there from Ford. Put Goldin on the defensive, on the run.
That forehand from Ford into the net. 9-8, Goldin with the ball.
Feeling we're going to just continue to inch along here to the end.
Both of these players fighting for their very first APP career gold medal. And they want it.
Look just wide to the naked eye here.
So Ford calls the ball out.
So,
another look.
Ooh, if I was Ford, I would challenge it.
Yeah.
So interesting call there from Lou Adamson. Told Goldin to appeal to him first and said he saw the ball in. That is not the angle that Adamson. That ball was out too. That's not an angle that Adamson can overrule a call from. So
that's a huge swing.
Yes.
Because it could have been 9-9, and instead, Goldin working on a 2-point lead, 4 points away. Ford doing a good job of reading the direction Goldin was going. Ball back on his side. So it's now just a 2-point lead for Grayson Goldin. 9-11, the score for Ford's serve.
Oh, he whipped that through the zone too quick and just pulls it out. Now if I'm Goldin, like you said, Chet, earlier, playing side out scoring here and just continue to side out, you're going to gain that momentum. Oh, that's dirty down the line. And that's a tough ball because it was so low. He has to really drop his body weight and everything to get below that.
Yeah, good job using the legs there from Goldin. Very easy to just stand up on that one. It comes out flat. That's 2 almost identical balls.
And it sets up a match point opportunity here for Grayson Goldin. He's looking for his first career APP gold medal in men's singles. He has the ball and the opportunity here in Cincinnati. He gets it done. Grayson Goldin is Goldin here, and your men's singles at the APP Vlasic Classic, taking down Zane Ford in 3 games to earn the right to call himself a gold medalist. We'll hear from him when we come back to the APP Vlasic Classic, Cincinnati.
Hey, Mike.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
The BioFreeze USA Pickleball National Championships, November 10th through the 17th in Mesa, Arizona. Designed for pickleball's best, amateurs and pros alike. 14 tournaments, 14 opportunities. Find your golden ticket tournament. Earn your title.
And Grayson Goldin here in Cincinnati takes his first gold medal on the APP Tour.
Yeah, a good back and forth battle here for Goldin and Ford. Like we talked about, once you get that 4 or 5 point lead, you just have to go side out scoring. Excellent performance from Grayson Goldin for his first gold. We're going to throw it down to AJ McCord for the Franklin post-match interview.
Grayson, your very first gold here on the APP Tour. When we talked earlier this week, you knew you could do it. What did it take to execute that today?
Well, first, got to give the glory to God. He got me through it. So just knew I had to go out there, play my game, make my shots. Didn't really do that, honestly, but I found a way to win. Shout out Brad Gilbert. Winning ugly, right? That's what the champions are able to do, even when they're playing their B and C game. They just find a way to close the door. So even though I was missing my probably strength, which is my forehand, still found a way to dial it in. And honestly, my backhand saved me a little bit there. So that's it.
Well, it's a first milestone for you here on the APP Tour, but I know you have big goals. But how much does this first gold medal validate the decisions that you have made to pursue pickleball full time?
Oh, it's extremely vindicating. I mean, making that decision to play full time is obviously crazy, but I mean, blessed to be able to compete and play a sport that represents tennis so similarly. So it means a lot, and it's definitely a milestone or a checkpoint, you could say, in the career. So definitely a booster in the confidence.
Grayson, congratulations. Anything else you want to say to friends and family, mom watching back home?
Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Shout out to my parents who supported me fully on this journey. Trevor, Carter, and Grant watching, and thank you to my sponsors, Bitcoin Benz, PB 5-Star. Shout out to Vlasic and the APP Tour and all the fans that came to support. Thank you guys so much.
A fantastic crowd in Cincinnati. You gave them a show, Grayson. Congratulations. Your men's singles gold medalist here at the APP Vlasic Classic, Cincinnati.
Well, Chad, Grayson Goldin takes home his first gold medal. It was a great match. I mean, Zane Ford played extremely well in that second game to bounce back and force a third game, but it was just too much Goldin.
Well, and like you heard Grayson say in the interview, that didn't have his game that he wanted, and it kind of looked like that for both players. It's not what we saw from them on Thursday indoors, but you come in and you don't have your A game, and you have to find ways to score points and get that win. And congratulations to Grayson for that one.